Hello everyone, it's me Sarah. Welcome to my channel, A Curious Cuttlefish. Today I am going to be teaching you guys how to do this granny ripple pattern behind me. Welcome to my tutorial for this blanket behind me. I am not going to be making one this exact size, but I will be telling you how to do this stitch and what the multiples are so you can make it as large or as small as you would like. For the tutorial today, I am using Lion Brand's Ice Cream Big Scoop yarn. So I'm going to be making a baby blanket size out of this yarn. Some differences to note: this blanket behind me, I used a 6mm hook with worsted weight yarn. So this was regular Red Heart and Caron 1 pound that I used for this blanket. Because Ice Cream, this yarn right here, is a light 3-weight yarn, I am going to be using a 5mm hook instead of the 6mm that I used for the blanket behind me. So you can scale this. You can use hooks appropriate to the yarn that you will be using for your project. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I am going to get my camera set up and show you guys how to do this stitch. Okay everyone, here we are. So I have my yarn and I have my H or 5mm hook. We are going to start off by making a slip knot. So here's our slip knot. Let me put this on our hook. Okay, so now you can make your blanket any size you would like. I am going to be doing a baby blanket size. So this pattern is done in multiples of 18. So one set would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's one repetition, would be 18 chains. So do in multiples of 18 until this is a bit longer than you would like the width of your blanket to be. I say this because this is a granny ripple stitch, you're going to it'll be zigzagging, right? So the width will be shorter than your actual chain because it's going up and then back down. So for my baby blanket, I am going to be chaining probably 144 stitches. So I have 18 right now. I am going to continue chaining until I have 144, and then I'm going to bring you guys back. Alrighty, so I just finished chaining 144. So you can make yours longer or shorter, whatever you would like, as long as you have the width of your blanket that you would like to be making, or the width of your project. This pattern can also be used to make scarves or whatever you would like. So it's multiples of 18. So now we're going to get started on the first row. So we are going to be doing 3 double crochets into the 5th chain from hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be working 3 double crochets into this chain. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we're going to skip 2 chains. We're going to do 3 double crochets in the next chain. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're starting to get that granny stitch look. We are going to skip 2, and then we're going to do, so this is going to be the top portion, so we're going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to chain 2, and then do another 3 double crochets into that same chain. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that makes the top ridge of our first ripple. So again, now here we are going to be skipping 2 and then doing 3 double crochets. So 1, getting a little knot, 2, 3. We're going to skip 2 and do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. So now right here we are on the bottom ridge, so we want it to tilt back upwards. So instead of skipping 2, we are going to skip 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 5, we're going to do 3 double crochets into this one. 1, 2, 3. So if you look, I'm going to lay this out a little. This is now making it point back upwards. Sorry for my little yarn mess. So we have a valley and then our peak. We're going to continue with this similar pattern all the way along your chain for however long you wanted your blanket to be. So again, we're going to skip 2, do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, skip 2, and so here we're going to be at a peak again. So we're going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 double crochets all into that same chain space. And then we're going to skip 2 and do 3 double crochets. Skip 2, do another 3 double crochets, and here again we're meeting another valley portion where we want our project to turn back upwards. So we're going to be skipping 5 chains now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do 3 double crochets. So you're just going to continue to repeat this pattern until you're at the end of your chain. So I am going to work on mine and then I'm going to come back and show you guys how we finish out row 1. So here I am coming up to the end of our foundation row, the first row, and so I just finished a peak, the very top. I am going to skip 2, do 3 double crochets into this chain, 1, 2, and 3. Again, we're going to skip 2, do 3 double crochets into this one, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now there is one more chain stitch left. We are just going to do 1 double crochet into that last chain stitch. So that was our first row, and now we're going to flip it over. So this is what it's looking like. We have our zigzag pattern, and now the nice thing about this pattern is that we are going to just repeat row 2 over and over again until you are done with your project. It's really just a 1 row repeat, which makes this pattern very easy. Okay, so let's start row 2. We're going to start off with chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 3 double crochets right here in this space. So let's do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then in this next space here, we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and you'll notice this is very much like doing a granny square or your granny stitch. Since this is a peak, this is like doing a corner. We're going to do 3 double crochets into this space. 2, 3. We're going to chain 2, do another 3 double crochets because we want another peak up here. 1, 2, 3. And now into this space here, we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. 3 double crochets into that next space. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and so now we're at our valley where we want it to go back upwards. We're skipping this valley space right here. We're going to skip that. And we're going to work into this next space so that we get this zigzag pattern. We're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. So if we look, this is how our stitch should be looking. We just skipped that valley, so now we can move back upwards. We're going to do 3 double crochets here, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the top, and continue 3 double crochets in each of these spaces. You want to skip that bottom, that valley, and then work 3 double crochets here. So I'm just going to continue this pattern all the way along until I'm close to the end, and I'm going to bring you guys back to show you how we finish out this row. I guess I'll do one more repeat just so that you guys can see, make sure that you have this pattern down. So we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now we're at our peak. Sorry, holding my hands too low. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. 1, 2. Another 3 double crochets because we're at our peak, the top. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do 3 double crochets into this space. 1, 2, 3. We're almost to our valley. We're going to do another 3 double crochets in this space. 1, 2, 3. So here we are at our valley. Remember, we skip this center stitch and we're going to work 3 double crochets into the next one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I just did 2 repeats. Let's see if I can get this to focus a bit more. There we go. So we always skip that valley, and then we do 3 double crochets into the following. On the tops, we have our peaks where there's the chain 2 between the 2 sets of 3 double crochets. That's how we get that nice curve up there. And here's where we started. So you're just going to continue this pattern all the way along, however long you want your blanket or project to be. And then I'm going to bring you back right before I reach the end so I can show you how to finish out this row. Okay, here we are. I am right at the end of this second row. And so I just need to do my peak, which is 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Another 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we're going to finish this up. 3 double crochets in this one. 1, 2, 3. Another 3 double crochets here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and to finish out this row, I'm skipping this cluster, and this was our chain 5 that we had to turn. We're going to do a double crochet, not into that stitch, but into the last chain right here, right there. Gonna pull up. Let's do our last double crochet, just like that. So now you're just going to repeat this row until your blanket reaches the size you desire. All the rows start the same. We're going to start with the chain 4 and 3 double crochets into this first space, and then we continue with our pattern. 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, go down, skip this valleys, so skip that one and then move into here. And then when we get back to this opposite end, right here, so you would do your 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and then into this turning chain right here. So that stitch, point to it with my hook. This stitch right here, this is the one that you would put your last double crochet into. Not the last of the 3 cluster, but this one right here, you would double crochet into that stitch, and that is your row repeat. You just keep doing row 2 until you are done with your project, and it is that easy. So thank you so much for watching my tutorial. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope you enjoyed learning how to do this granny ripple or granny chevron stitch. It was so much fun for me to be able to show you guys how to do this. I love this stitch. I love the blanket that I have on the back of my couch, and it's going to be a really nice baby blanket as well for this current project. You will probably see it later. I'm going to do a yarn review. Anyways, thank you so much for watching.